A friend of mine once told me that some WordPress users believe that WordPress Playground is only for expats. But I was super surprised when I heard that for the first time. Because WordPress Playground is just WordPress run in a browser. And that sentence can help users in several ways and for all kinds of users. And if you think about that before, that it's only for expats, maybe that video will change your mind. My name is Philippe, developer advocate at Automattic, and this video I will just show you how the WordPress Playground can help users, site owners, and people that are experiencing WordPress for the first time. Imagine that the WordPress Playground is kind of a car simulator, that you have a wheel, you have this virtual environment, and you drive on the street, simulate a real world, and you can do some mistakes, hit some cones. Won't be so bad, you won't damage any car because it's just a simulation. And if you want to restart, you can just redo again and try better on this time. The same principle is applied to the WordPress Playground. And the best way to translate that is to demonstrate on the real time. So for that, I will jump to the playground.wordpress.net. That's the address for the WordPress Playground. In this website, we have here a full instance of WordPress. And that instance of WordPress is only running on that browser. I can try all the simulations. I can install plugins. I can install themes. I can select a WordPress version, and I can select a PHP version as well. That's super interesting. As a normal user, I think most of the things that we do is like manage the content, change the layout, and how we can do that. If you pay attention to the top of that screen, that user is logged. So we can edit that page right now. And Philippe, how you have that access? I have that access because that instance is running on my machine, so I won't have any risk to do anything or change any environment because it's all a simulation. Once I click here on edit, I will have full access for that page where I can change the title of the page. I can change some image, like I will have full access. And if you are a learner and you want to understand, for example, how I built that page, you can navigate on all blocks. I can inspect the list view and see, for example, how I managed to build that cover image to my land page. And in this case, I use some columns, I use a title, groups, and buttons. And that was the way that I built that. I can expect, I can see which font I have used for that, or I can see the size of the font, and even I can do some slightly change. For example, here, I can change the size of the font, and I can save that progress. At that moment, that save in progress will be only in that session. But if I want to keep that, there is a way to do that. That's another belief that other people think that the WordPress Playground, it's all temporary and I can't save my progress. And the reality is, yes, you can. And for that, on the top right, I have this menu here. I can just open the menu. And here I have my Playground Manager panel. And that panel allows us to do a lot of things. Change the WordPress version, the PHP version, the language of my website, and even save that change that I made now. So if I click here on save, I can save on the browser or I can download a zip. In this case, I will save on the browser. So all those change will be accessible by this link that is generated like randomly. So once I access this URL, I'll go back to that change that I made and I can continue that progress. That's like the first view. And for example, for my experience, when I saw the full site editing for the first time, was a moment that I used the Playground most of the time to learn, okay, what is coming next? How can I adapt for this new reality? Even me with a few years of experience, I needed to have some experimental process to understand how that new technology worked. And the Playground was super helpful for me because at that time, I just put the latest version of the WordPress in that web instance and I play around with the site editor and I learn a lot with that. And if you are a site owner, what are the benefits that you can take from that? You can test new plugins. You can test new layouts, and you can combine themes with plugins, all the changes that you want to do on your real WordPress website, but you can have some preview before. You can compare two different plugins. Which one's the best for me? SEO plugins, it's best for my daily work. And you can just test without affecting the SEO of your website, for example. And those are some of the ways that you can use the WordPress Playground to help you on your daily work. If you are a site owner, a WordPress user, or a learner, if you want to learn something new, that's a really good tool to use. I want to hear in the comments if you have any special tips to share around the Playground, and especially if you want to connect with our team at the WordPress Slack, we have a Playground channel, and you're going to meet me there and all the Playground team, and you can share with our community and learn with them. And again, thanks for watching and see you next time.